Happy Friday folks, today I'm going to be showing you how to make stone stairs for your dungeons. Some of the best dungeons occur over multiple levels, and if you want to add an extra level of detail, adding some stairs to either the start or the end of a section of dungeon is a great way to help immerse your players and give them the sense that they're moving between different levels of the dungeon. Today I'm going to show you some really easy techniques on how to make the stairs, so let's head over to the bench and get started. I began by cutting out the basic shapes for my staircase. How big you make your stairs is entirely up to you, but I recommend making them to fit the size of your dungeon tiles. In my case, I started with a 2-inch square of 6mm foam to form the base. This technique can also be used to make stone stairs for buildings, castles, and other above ground terrain. If you're making stairs for this purpose, the size can be whatever you want it to be. With the base piece cut out, I began making smaller and smaller pieces of foam, working in 1/4-inch increments. I was going for a more realistic looking staircase for this build, so chose smaller steps that are closer together. If you want to make your stairs playable and you want to be able to place models on them, you can either build the steps at 1-inch increments for short stairs, or for taller staircases you can follow this technique but include some 1-inch landings so that you can place models partway up the stairs during play. Doing it like this is a nice compromise between playability and realism. Once my stack of stairs was built, I used a sanding block to smooth off the sides. I just did a rough pass here, but if you use several grades of sandpaper you can get the sides perfectly smooth, and then you can go back in and add your own texture. Once my edges were smoothed down, I began adding detail to the stairs by adding in the individual flagstones to the steps. I followed the same method as the dungeon floors for this, cutting a few millimeters into the foam with my X-Acto knife and widening the gap with a pencil. I rounded off a few of the corners with my sculpting tool and then added texture to the foam using my stone, brick and concrete pieces from the office car park. With all the details added, I moved on to painting, starting with a coat of matte Mod Podge mixed with some black paint to seal and harden the foam as well as provide a solid base coat. Then I went in with a variety of greys, moving from dark grey all the way up to white, and I applied these colours using a dry brushing technique. I didn't clean my brush between layers to create some natural blending in the colours. Once the dry brush had completely dried, I applied a wash of watered down black acrylic mixed with a drop of brown, green and a drop of dish soap to darken the piece and bring all the colours together. And there you have it, really simple techniques for making stone steps. We use these to make some dungeon steps, but they could be applied to any steps that you might want to make for any sort of RPG or fantasy terrain. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like below because it really helps us out. And if you're new here, welcome. We release new content every Friday and you can subscribe by clicking right here. Or if you want to keep watching, you can see last week's video by clicking right here. And until next time, happy gaming.